This is a professional production.
We're literally in your lounge, gal.
Bestie Boos. Kia ora e hoa ma. Welcome back to Bestie Boos. And today is a special one. Our gal Sarah has brought in a friend for us to talk to. And it's actually a really good one. Take it away.
I'm very excited. We are joined by someone who has changed the landscape of women's rugby in our country, on and off the field. She's a Black Ferns legend, 3-time Rugby World Cup winner. She's played for the Black Ferns Sevens. She's a trailblazer of the women's game. She's a halfback with absolute ice in her veins. She's the first woman to win the Kelvin R. Tremaine Player of the Year trophy.
Wow.
And she holds a New Zealand Order of Merit. Having worn the Black Ferns jersey 68 times, she's a huge force in shaping the modern women's games. And she's one of the many reasons that young girls look to rugby and think, I can do that too. But beyond that, I shall keep going. Beyond the medals, she's an incredible person. She's thoughtful, grounded, funny and loyal, and she's a friend that shows up. Someone who's walked through massive highs and heartbreaking lows with so much grace. And honestly, I'm proud to call her a mate. So please welcome to the pod, the absolute legend, Kendra Cocksedge.
Whoa, what an intro.
That is good. You could pay her to just go everywhere and announce you as you walk into a room. You know how they do that for royal people? Just get Sarah to read out the bio.
Not quite a royal, but I'll take that.
Well, you have an Order of Merit.
Yeah,
It's closer than
I've got
us.
some letters after my name, that counts.
Do you put that in your email signature?
No. I have been asked about it, and sometimes I wonder if I should, because like when I'm emailing like hotels to book or something, and it's got that next to it, I wonder if they'll give me an upgrade or
You'll
something.
definitely get an extra chocolate on the pillow.
Yeah, I might get extra chocolate,
Like,
you
all
know.
of a sudden, there's a table available.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you so much for joining us. We haven't done very many interviews on the pod yet, so you're about our third one. So
Third, why am I not the first? Who was the first?
we had Lana.
Nah, I
From
should
Maury
be well
Fen.
ahead of Lana.
I agree. Yeah, she's,
We'll give her that one.
Yeah, and then we had Abby Button, and she's a stylist. She was amazing. I don't know if you've ever had your colours done.
Need my colours
Something
done.
you should do.
Yeah.
So cool. But you guys have been friends for quite a while. I've known Sarah for 10 plus years, but in more recent years, she's mentioned you a lot. But I actually don't know how the hell you guys are friends.
It's weird.
We have a really good mutual friend.
Yep.
Shout out to Brie. And also then we actually had the pleasure of working together quite a few times. And then not only that, but we live in the same neighbourhood.
Yeah,
So
Sarah
is
looks
true.
after my strawberries and when I'm away.
I'm a bit of a house sitter. I check on the neighbourhood.
She picks up the cabbage tree leaves.
I
Yeah.
do. That's
Okay.
actually an added touch.
Sorry. How are the strawberries? Because from my dealings with Sarah, she's not very good with gardening.
So I think what happens is maybe her gardening's not so good, and then she comes to my house and gets the strawberries when I'm not there.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is fine because it's good because they need to be eaten, otherwise they'll go to waste.
Did she get your mail?
Yeah, well, who gets mail these days?
Oh, well, you get packages though.
Oh, yeah, I do get packages, but mail. Yep, she gets my mail. It's the cabbage tree leaves. It's just that nice touch. Never
Yeah.
would expect that. Got back and I was like, it seemed really tidy here, and because I got like 3 or 4 cabbage trees, and they're a pain in the butt.
yeah.
They get in the lawnmower, but then Miller and Sarah come in and they pick them up. And
Wait, if Michael listens to this, he'll be like, you don't even pick them up at home, and you go around to Kenja's house and pick them up.
She's just angling for rugby tickets or
Yeah.
something, eh?
Yeah,
Sarah's a big fan.
Because Kenj actually has the greatest, what would you call that? Memorabilia in your garage. It's a bit of a wardrobe we can shop sometimes. You go
Of what?
just
Merch.
I've got
Oh,
some
all
old school
yours.
merch and
Yeah.
it's just bits and pieces. I just see actually, I don't know if you've seen recently, there's going to be a little bit of a roving market around the streets. Actually, it doesn't quite get to your
Yes.
street.
No,
and
I
was
did
like, oh,
see
maybe
that.
I could get out there with my merch and sell off
can.
some Black Ferns kit.
Yeah, but you don't tend to tell the neighbourhood community that you live here.
That's what I was going to say. Do you guys part of the same community group sending each
Yeah.
other screenshots and stuff?
Oh, this
Oh,
one.
yes.
Yeah, she loves sending. She's across all the updates straight away. This is happening on your street. This is happening the next street over.
And I bet you the people that are doing it have no idea
No.
that literally a rugby legend
No.
is talking about them.
Because she doesn't tag me. She doesn't want anyone to know
No, I
she
don't
lives in
write
the
on the
neighbourhood.
page and stuff.
So
Like,
undercover.
I think I've gone to Sarah and asked her to comment on something before because I didn't want to comment. But some of the stuff, as we all know, the old neighbourhood pages are outrageous.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. New Zealand Rugby at one point called you the legend of the game. So, and I know people call you a goat. How does it feel when people are going around and saying, you're the GOAT, and saying it to your face? Do you get awkward or are you like, yeah, I am?
No, 100% get awkward. And even just with the intro there, like, I don't know, I think I'm just me. Like, I feel like I'm just me, and I sometimes forget that. And then, you know, the presence that I can bring to a room or to anything that I'm involved in. And it's interesting because I forget because I'm just being me and people are like in awe. And then I'm like, you know, like I go down to the girls' rugby, under 18 girls, and I'm there just to coach and just tell them what to do and do what a normal coach does, not knowing that they're like staring at me like in awe.
That's so cool though.
I do forget that.
And then they all tag you on their pictures that they've posted with you after the training.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Yeah, and then when Sarah does intro, like I think I forget a little bit. And
Do you still get excited by it? Like when you feel that they're sitting there going, oh my God, it's her. Is there a part of you that sort of goes, oh, that's so cool that I'm bringing this to them?
Yeah, I think probably more now than probably when I was playing, just because when you're the old girl and you're retired, you think that some do forget and they won't know who I am, the younger generation, because the generation coming through anyway is probably, in terms of that history side, they're not so heavily focused on that. But when I'm at things now and I still get asked for autographs and whatnot, it's like, oh, okay, these people still know me. So you get a little fist pump. But
Still relevant.
Yeah, still a little bit relevant. But at the same time, I just love being around people, always happy for a conversation. I found it really hard, like after we won the World Cup. Like I'd rather people just come and have a yarn with me. Like I've had the double takes, the double locks.
Yeah.
Like that's really, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm in the supermarket. Had this lady come up to me and she just started this whole like spiritual thing on me at Barrington, at Fresh Choice Barrington. And I was like, and she's like, now you've retired, you're destined for bigger things, and like. And then she started crying and stuff, and I was like, and I was just like, how do I behave? Yeah, I was like,
maybe that one should have done a double take.
And then, so you have that, and then you got one that's like, and then I'm going to the car, and then someone's yelling from the other side of the car park, "You're the goat!" And I'm just like, what do you say to that? Like, just come and have a yarn to me,
Just wave.
just
But
wave.
to be
and,
fair-
hey, smile, cool, great, or just come and talk to me rather than the whole. Because what do you say to that? Oh, hey, I know who you are.
Yeah,
Yes, that's me. Like,
say it again, sister.
look, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one.
Yeah, but the people that do come and talk to you, I've been at WXV in Wellington trying to leave that stadium. Holy smokes. Hope everyone's got an extra like hour and a half up their sleeve because she gets stopped every 2 steps
Wow.
of people. And it's really nice. People wanting to share the impact that you have made on their rugby journey and just watching the game. But man, it is, you're not wanting to go anywhere in a hurry, that's for sure.
I do love those stories. It is pretty special when you got like a mum come up with their daughter and they say, oh, my daughter started playing rugby because of you, and congratulations on your career. You know, like it is pretty special when you
That's so cool.
when you're going through that. And yeah, it does. Some places, depending on what it is and where I am, can take a wee while to leave.
Yeah.
I don't want to be rude. I just like I said, I love people. So
But
I'll
how
talk to
good
them.
was it? I'm pretty sure after you won the Rugby World Cup here in New Zealand and you guys were out for dinner and people were just sending over bottles of alcohol to your table.
Yeah, bottles of Moe at the table, and
good.
yeah, actually Bree was out when we were out one night, and for dinner, a few of us, and like this person inside like waved to me, and then next minute 2 bottles of Moe comes out, and he's like, congratulations, and yeah, I reckon I wouldn't have paid for a drink for a few weeks post that World Cup.
That's so cool. I love New Zealand.
Yeah.
So worth
great,
it.
eh?
stuff.
Worth it,
Yeah.
some would say.
Yeah,
Worked hard, got a couple of weeks of free drinks.
yeah, exactly.
How good.
If only we'd known, we would have become Black Ferns, eh, Sarah?
Yeah, that's what was stopping me not knowing. You retired after the Rugby World Cup that was played in 2022. So how has things been for you since then?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very content, I guess, with my decision to retire. A lot of people ask me if I miss it. No, and that's because I am content. I feel like I had given all I needed to the game in terms of on the field, off the field, create a legacy, did what I did in the 9 jersey, and brought younger players through, etc. Yeah, I think I just got to the point where I was really content with my career, and you can't complain winning a World Cup at home, getting that fairy tale ending with that, and then ending on 100 games with Canterbury and winning the Farah Cup. that
what a way to
season.
sign
So
off, eh?
So good.
You couldn't sign off any other way, and
Yeah.
I was just so content. And
I
don't get
just
it.
realised I was at both of those games.
There we go. Think of mate.
Good for me.
Yeah.
How good.
Yeah, you were. So it's it's really special, and that's you miss the camaraderie with your teammates and all that, but in terms of actually playing, I just enjoy watching now and watching the young generation coming through. 16 years at the top level, it's a long time.
Yeah.
And then just because of amateur to professionalism, that change got to be part of that. So I really feel like I left the jersey in a better place, and it's one of the goals that you want to have when you're a Black Fern.
Absolutely.
In your retirement letter, you called rugby your greatest teacher, and you talked about how it gave you purpose for 30 years. I guess like when you retire and something's been giving you purpose for 30 blimmin' years and then you're not doing it anymore and you're starting again, how was that shift?
Well, I still work in rugby, so
It's still giving the purpose.
still giving the purpose. Yeah, no, like so that's one of the things that we, I'm lucky. When I was retiring, I knew it was going to happen. Not everyone gets to finish on the ultimate high and that fairy tale ending. Some people get injured, some people don't make the team. But I got the fairy tale ending. I announced earlier on in 2022 that I was going to be retiring post that World Cup, so I had a plan. And that's what I can stress to the young ones out there that are going through the ranks now is to have a plan when you get to the end of your career, because it's definitely helped. I think still working in rugby has kept me connected. So that's one thing I think I'm not getting too much FOMO because I'm still
it would have been
heavily.
so hard if you'd just gone from the world of rugby for 30 years into, I don't know, an office job somewhere else and you maybe caught up with them every now and then, but you would feel it would be so tough.
Yeah, it would be. So I was really clear, and like you go through that identity crisis and your purpose and stuff. But I was really clear on who I am and what I want to achieve and I want to do in my identity. So I felt like I was in a pretty good place after that. There was one thing it's quite good actually because I don't think I've talked to many people post-retirement. The one thing that I found really difficult was feeling valued, which is really interesting. So when you're in a high-performance environment and you're in a sport, in a team sport, you're getting feedback every single minute, it feels like every day from your coaches. You're going good, from your teammates, great pass. You're constantly getting that reinforcement and that positive feedback.
Yeah. And how good's that mouthy little halfback, eh?
Yeah, so you're getting it, and it's not always positive. Sometimes negative, but it's still feedback or feed forward. And then when I retired, I remember like going back into my job because I took time off because we had to most of my career. So for 14 years or and a half years of my 16-year career, I had to work full time, as well as
so
play.
wild, eh? Like, did Richie do that, guys? Was Kieran working at Briscoe's while he was training for the World Cup? I don't think so. Well, I'm not saying Kenj worked at Briscoe's. It was just the first place I thought of.
Nah.
I love Tammy and I love a sail.
Yeah.
And actually, it's just Kieran Reid.
Yeah.
He's Tammy.
Yeah. So it is bizarre to kind of go through that, but then having a year and a half, I kind of took some time off work for probably a year to focus on World Cup and on rugby.
And surely working for New Zealand Rugby, they were happy to approve that leave.
Yeah. So they kind of let me leave for a year and then I come back. So I had that plan of coming back to work, and I remember like going there probably that first 4 or 5 months post retiring from playing, and I just remember being like, man, like, am I doing my job right?
Nah.
I'm like, my boss like rings me, asks me for stuff, but he never tells me I'm doing a good job. Like, I really
I
struggle.
remember you saying that. You were like, they just kind of ship me around doing speaking gigs, but I don't think that's my job.
And then I was doing all those bits and pieces and stuff as well as my job, but at the same time it was like I just wasn't getting that direct feedback, and I felt like I was like, oh, maybe I'm not doing my job as good as what I need to. Like, I went
can
and
relate to
searched
that
for
so
it.
hard. But like going from a career in radio and then to becoming a mum.
Yeah.
It's like, where's my feedback? Like, she's not sitting there going, great
Well,
toast,
she's
mum.
giving
The
you
way
feedback now. You're 3. She's 3 though, right?
There's lots of feedback, but not always positive.
Yeah, so it's been bizarre, and that's the one thing that stands out the most around it. And that's something I had a plan. Like, I know people that have retired around the same time as me or from other sports who are really struggling, and I 100% understand that and get that. But I got myself into the gym. I mean, got myself. I planned for it. I could expand my friend group again. Because your World Cup years and stuff, you tend to narrow down. And also,
the life of an athlete.
So I know,
coming into World Cup, I'll better narrow down the friend group.
I mean, it's not that.
Sarah, no, she didn't pick enough strawberries. Cut her.
No, it's not that ruthless, but it's just you do tend to naturally.
Well, you can't say yes to everything, right? You miss out on all the big events.
100%.
Totally. Oh my gosh,
There's a lot that I've missed out on. A lot I've missed out on for sure. Yeah, but I have no regrets with it. Like, I got to represent my country.
Hard out.
And you only do that for a short amount of time, and now I've got the rest of my life to live. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good.
So, Kenj, Sarah's told me this, and I didn't know this at all, genuinely. It's not something that I'd read, and I suppose it's not something people want to publicise. But you yourself, your family, have gone through a massive grief. You lost your nephew in 2021, and at the time, because this is all around the time of COVID, isn't it? And you were away on a playing tour. Where were you?
We were we did a trip to England and France.
And so I know that I've heard that this was really unexpected death. And so I'm guessing, well, tell us from your point of view what happened happened for you?
Yeah. So yeah, it was 2021 on India tour. Obviously, COVID, terrible
Yeah.
time. We were lucky enough as a rugby team to be able to actually travel and go away. Like, it was kind of when things started opening up again. Had to wear the old mask for 30 odd hours traveling
Yeah.
overseas. Yeah, and then basically you start the trip. It was a trip for us where we had a lot of adversity going on within the team. Sean Wainui had passed away early on
Oh
in
my
that
gosh,
trip, and a few
yeah.
of our girls were really connected to him. And then, we already kind of went through that, and then unfortunately my nephew passed away and he drowned just out with some mates in a swimming hole. And probably obviously the worst news that you could probably hear.
How old was he?
18, just turned 18.
Oh,
And it was a popular swimming hole, right?
Popular swimming hole, beautiful, absolutely beautiful swimming hole. Unfortunately, just being a bit of rain and a little bit in flood, and just being 18-year-old with his mates, the old frontal lobe hasn't really developed. So this is cool. It's good for me. I haven't really spoken openly about it, but being on, I guess, end of year tour, tough, really.
Yeah.
Morning of the test match, I found out.
so you get a phone, like, does your sister ring you?
Yeah, so the way I remember it, this is what, and as you
Yeah.
know, you've both gone through grief. I understand, Sarah, you've lost your uncle recently, and Sam, losing Sam. And you have an out of body experience, and then you start to wonder if what happened happened, so I guess at the morning of, I get up, and I just remember going down, and you take your tablets and you weigh in, and you do everything you do as an athlete, and then got pulled aside by our coach, Glenn Moore. Whitney Hanson was there at the time, and then Lauren Cornane, our manager. Lucky is pretty cool with Lauren and Whitney, who are both actually pretty close mates of mine as well, and like pulled me aside into this room and said that unfortunately Jordy, well, first of all, missing.
Yeah.
So that was the message I got. He was missing. How the search and rescue crew were out.
So did your
trying to
whānau
find
ring them?
Yeah, so my whānau ranked with them, which in hindsight I think was probably better. So I had a loss with like a young cousin like about 4 or 5 years before that. Then they did the same process. So I felt like there was kind of like a process that was actually in hindsight was really good to go
Trying
through.
to protect you.
Yeah, trying to protect me, knowing it's game day, right?
Yeah.
I was morning for us and then nighttime for them, and then just got pulled aside. And originally it was that he's missing, and I didn't get full detail anyway. I just remember turning to the coach and was like, I'm playing today. Like, that was my first reaction. And then I remember going through the rest of the day, and it's just out of body experience. Like, you go into survival mode. And I reflect back on it now, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how did I go through this? Like,
I know.
it's, and like, we're only human, and that's what, like, I'd love the listeners to be able to understand. Like, Sarah's written a beautiful intro about me and my career, but we have downs as well as ups.
And to be honest, that probably doesn't mean shit to you when your nephew dies.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's the same for me with my husband, Sam. Like, nothing means anything. You could burn my house down tomorrow.
Yeah.
I could, lose any success, any award I've ever had. I'd give it all up to have back someone I love.
Yeah.
My heart's also breaking though, hearing that story. Like, I know that Whit is one of your really good friends, and for her having to tell you that as well, like, I just cannot imagine that.
It's a big
for her.
burden, isn't it?
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. You reflect on that now, like,
You
and
can't
how
see
awesome.
that at the time,
No, you
eh?
can't see it because, as I said, you're having an out of body experience, and for me to find that out and that it was missing, and I was like, they're gonna find him. It's gonna be okay. So I had hope, and then I remember going to the gym and doing our gym primer, because you do a gym primer the day before you play.
Relatable.
On a game day, as you guys know, because you're an athlete.
Yes.
And then, got got pulled aside again by Whit. At this time it was Whit. And she, pulled me aside and said, he had passed away, and they, thank God, had obviously found a body, which is,
I guess,
which
one
is
blessing
nice.
in the situation.
And then from there, spoke to the family, obviously called back home, and then...
Is this your sister's son?
Sister's son, and then Liv is my niece, so I've got other nieces and nephews too, but in terms of that family. And I just remember ringing my family, and Liv was like, Jordy would want you to play. Oh. So again, I was like, I'm playing. But I still don't know how. How together.
Far through the tour were you?
We were week 3. Oh, it might have been the last. I can't remember. These are the things, the details that I
maybe
like to
maybe
reflect on.
3/4 of the way through.
Yeah, it's coming towards the end. Like, we've played 2 games already, and we're having 2 games against France. And then and then the day kind of goes on. And what I found really interesting is, like, I'm lucky. I was around the, like, if I wasn't at home with my family, I'm around the best group of people you could ever imagine, right? So your teammates and the Black Ferns, incredible culture and environment. And we'd just gone through the adversity with Sean. You know, we'd done special things together, and you know, you never think you're going to experience that yourself, and then you're going through that and not knowing that, you know, a week and a half later that it happens to me. Yeah.
But they rallied round hard, eh?
Yeah, they rallied around. They were awesome. They were actually awesome. But the first thing is that the reaction of people not knowing how to deal with it, and we all know this, right? Like, and then I was like, oh man, like, everyone, like, no one's talking to me. Like, this is weird because, like, not, and I also get it because they don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. I had a couple of friends in that are in the, like, closer friends, and like Lozzie and Whit and that who are awesome because they know me and like I know them. And I just remember trying to truck through the day, and one day I was just like, I don't feel like training. So you know, they were like, do whatever. Like, I could just basically do whatever I wanted to, and they would support me in that, and they were fantastic. And then, you know, I'd have lunch with them, breakfast with them where I can. And I remember Les Elder, who was a captain at the time, and she sat across from me, and I thought I was tracking really fine. She's like, how are you getting on? And I just lost it, eh? Like, I just lost it completely. Like, I was just so, like, you're on such a roller coaster. But I just remember getting back from the trainings I was at, and just having a shower and just bawling my eyes out. Yeah. Like, no sleep. And then working out that, because you flip into the, can I get home? No, I can't get home because MIQ. You got to do, you know, you got to do your 2 weeks in there. And then, so I was going to miss the funeral anyway. And then I was like on the other side going, Jordy would want me to continue here. My family, you know, obviously I'm going, fuck, are my family going to judge me for not being able to try to get home? Like, there's all these thoughts that are going through your head.
Something you're not ready to deal with as well, because you don't think before you go away, well, if something horrific happens, what will I do?
What will I do? Yeah, you don't, because you just don't think. And I've seen it happen to so many girls in the team when we've been away, right? There's been a lot across the years with the Black Ferns when things have happened, and you just, as I said, you never expect it to happen to you, and then it did. And then I was just, that's something I remember getting back to my room the next day, and there was like, you know, like parcels and flowers, and the girls from back home had sent stuff over, and just full of like absolute love. And then I was like trying to work out, because time difference, right? There's another thing, time zone. So I'm finishing training, my family, and then I'm going to go to bed at night, but they're waking up. So it's like no sleep because I'm trying to communicate with them, and then someone's asking me if I want to say, you know, get something written out and write something for the funeral. So
you're living two lives.
Yeah, like, it's so bizarre. I was in survival mode. Like, I can't even explain how I played that.
What do you remember from that game? Do you remember
we got
it?
thrashed.
That was what you really needed.
We didn't really have great India tour that year. Like, it was pretty tough, but in terms of our culture and environment were awesome. But the one thing I do remember is obviously everything that you get told up to, the gym session, getting told again, Liv saying to me, my niece saying to me, you got to play, Jordy would want you to play. And then don't really remember a lot. You remember going to the game, playing, because I was trying to get my, you know, the resilience piece in your mind and your mental performance side. And then what I found is that when I got subbed off the field, so I got subbed off the field, and I just sat in the dugout and I just released, because I had held it in all day. Because you could finally
switch off,
right?
It's like the permission, like,
and I would just be saying, the coach, if they needed me back on, I'd be like, well, I probably would have somehow would have flipped back in, as we do as athletes. We can, not all athletes, and it's something I reflect back. Not everyone would be able to do that, and I had a lot of people say to me like, how the hell did you do it? And I just say,
and there's no right or wrong answer for how you come together in that situation.
And I'm assuming the Black Ferns would have let you say, I'm not playing.
Yeah, 100%. They would have been like planning that day, the morning of, like, Glenn, the coach, would have been planning for me not to play. That was the thing. I directly got told about that he was missing, and I looked straight at him in the eyes and I said, I'm playing today.
And at that point, when you think someone's missing, you needed anything just to get through to the next time you heard from someone.
Yeah, and then I'm doing a primer, and the cool thing about going to the gym primer is that most of our Canterbury girls who I train with every day, they were the ones that were there with me, you know, so they were checking in and whatnot, but at the same time there was an odd one that didn't know how to deal with it. But I just found it, like, thinking more about it. It's like, and then I remember, like, I was in a room across, like, I actually asked for, because we do have a roommate, and I did ask for have my own room because I was more conscious of me having
Being
the
up all night
conversations
too.
I have to have and being up all night.
Yeah.
And so they put me in my own room, and I was across the room from Les Elder at the time, and I knew she could handle it. And
Yeah.
she's in the past she's lost her dad. So I just shoot across into her room and would have some good yarns and like there's I just like, it was just unbelievable really in terms of the support I got
Yeah.
from the girls and then we did like our own little wee funeral and released some balloons.
Oh,
and,
that's so sweet of them.
and just the culture and the different cultures, like I got to experience the night after the game. Like it was at a point, I'm not sure it's because we were like, we've already lost 3 games, it wasn't going good, that, we sat in a circle and, we got some beers and wines, and that's like unheard of in the Black Ferns to do that during a test series. So, and then like I had, Portia Woodman and Renee Whitcliffe was like one sitting excited, like, what was Jordy like? So I got to open up and start
that's
talking about it,
nice.
and they knew I was comfortable and that's obviously heavily in the multicultural what they do. And then having, I guess, a bit of a tangi and a bit of a funeral, I guess, to send off. I just remember, this is really funny. This is when you find funny things in situations.
And
As
if you don't laugh, you'll cry.
Yeah.
and we lit some lanterns, right? And then in the hotel there was like a window open, and we lit a few of them. Anyway, and I lit this one, and this is where Jordy comes into play already, right? Like he's already, and this lantern flies up, and it's like aiming for the room that's got the window open, and I was like, just watching this, like last minute it went away, but I was like, this lantern is gonna go into our hotel,
Burn it down.
and it's gonna be your fault, Jordy.
Sign of the times.
Gosh.
Yeah, so there's that. I guess there's that piece, and then afterwards it was the MIQ. Obviously, you have that. You go through. I get home. You got long haul flights. The funeral. I felt like there's a funeral that I jumped on online.
Yes.
I got my sister to read. I did a piece and she read it out, and then had a few again middle of the night funeral. Right, game day. It was game day the next day again.
Far
It was a week later, right?
Yeah.
So, I had a few girls go, hey, like I'd love to, and I said, no, you guys focus, please. And I had the odd one come and join me, but like we went into one of the management's room, and like all the management, like majority of them were in there, and then like Alana Bremner and a couple other girls were there, and I was just like, wow, like I would never expect your game day to be up till like 2 a.m,
Bless
3
them.
a.m in the morning. I couldn't have had better support, like, apart from my family. And then there was the point of the long haul home, right? So it's the long flight home, and then it's the bloody COVID and MIQ, and then having to go through that. But the positive thing is that I could link up a room, myself and Lauren, the manager at the time, we linked that. I could link up a room because the MIQ, they were good at, I guess, supporting that, knowing that I'd had a loss.
Yeah.
I had like got to my room and there was like flowers and like chocolates and cake, and I was just like, I'm gonna be sitting here. Well, actually, by then it was 2 weeks MIQ, but when it got reduced, I think, to 10 days. So or like it might have been
That
7.
felt like such a win, didn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, still locked in there. And I was just like, oh my God, I've got there's all these cookies and all this stuff, like, and there's lots of gifts, like flowers from everyone, which is really nice and special. But it was like I'm in an MIQ room, like
Stuck in a florist.
But it was beautiful.
You
Like,
get
that's probably
headache
one
from all the
thing.
flowers. Like, whoa.
Yeah, like I got my
Hay fever.
antihistamines. And I remember too, my bag bloody didn't arrive.
Oh,
So like, my bag hadn't arrived, and I had my, like, obviously carry on. I always pack heaps of undies and stuff. But the day my bag arrived to MIQ, I remember being on my last. Like, I actually had done with undies, and I was wearing bike shorts because that's all I had left that last day. And then it arrived, and I was like, thank God. But yeah, that MIQ was pretty tough because I did want to just get out and see your family.
Yeah.
But again, small things, and you'll understand this. Fantail, like I'm going out to between our rooms was like a little hallway, and then it was like Lozzie had this big like lounge area, and then her room off it, whereas my room was just a normal hotel room. And there's windows, and I just was like, and there's this fantail just fluttering outside,
beautiful.
and I'm like, when does a fantail just flutter outside a hotel room? Like,
Hello, Kenj.
I was like, oh, there's Jordy. Like, so there's so many things, and I'm not a heavy spiritual person, but oh my God, there's just so many things.
But I think when you lose someone, like when it's like I guess I call it a front row loss, like you're sitting in the front row of that funeral potentially, that's when you are going to notice those spiritual things. You're possibly not going to notice it when it's, a person further out in the family, but when it's your brother, sister, nephew, husband, like that's so deep.
Yeah.
Love like that does not die.
Yeah.
That is energy that has been created, and they say you cannot destroy energy.
Nah, and
So
yeah,
I
you're
think
right.
it's got to go somewhere. And I
Yeah.
think I truly think like my late husband Sam and possibly your nephew, they've honed themselves into these P Waka Wakas, and they're like, go find our women and tell them we say hi and that we miss them and we're still here.
Yeah, and like I agree. That's when then all of a sudden, like my sister, like Jordy's mum, was like doesn't really like cats, and there was this random cat that just kept turning up to our house. Like she had got it with the hose to try and get rid of it, and it was ugly, right? So again, we're like, this is so Jordy, like just
being smart,
playing, because that's the type of person
Pranking
he
his
was.
mum.
Like epic human. For us, Nick had him when she was really young, so he was like he's the brother that we didn't have because I've got three sisters.
Oh, bless.
So I was changing his nappy if I was 15. So he was part of the family, and obviously the first grandson for mum and dad too, and the same for them. He was probably like a son to them as well, just because poor dad's had five girls, 4 daughters and a wife. So it was pretty tough on the whole family.
Definitely. That moment when you finally saw them after, you've been stuck away from them, and you've been with your other family, the Black Ferns, but then you've been, stuck away, locked in, and you're just waiting to see them. But you also know that moment you're going to see them, it's not going to be easy.
Nah, and I was dreading that. I was dreading that the whole time. I was like, I want to see them, but I don't.
Yeah.
And I was like, and being, I guess, you think about being, as I said, 5 females and my dad. I'm the rugby player.
Yeah.
I'm meant to be the tough one. And that's perception. Probably am the stronger one. I felt like I had to hold back my emotions a little bit. But
to be strong for them.
Yeah, to be strong for them. But at the same time, like, they had also processed it.
Yeah.
Because we were 2
so they're
weeks
like
later.
3 weeks ahead of you.
Yeah, or actually longer than that.
But they've been doing it together.
Yeah.
And you haven't been doing it with you've been doing it for different family.
Yeah.
Did you go straight to Taranaki?
Yeah, I went straight to Taranaki after that. And then, just remember just going to my sister's house and just massive hugs. And then his picture falls over. There's just so many things.
Yeah.
And then, it's interesting because you reflect on so much. Like I reflect on lots at the moment just because of rugby and then Jordy and how I dealt with that. And the biggest thing for me is like how, like my sister, I've been really like inspired by her in a weird way, because I'm just like, no parent should have to lose. Well, you're not should have to lose anyone, but no parent should have to lose their son or their kids. And she had, and I was like, man, like, how have you got through life the last? Like, because it's just been his anniversary, like 4 years, on November the 13th, and it's like, I just think every time I'm like, how are you
keep going?
Still here?
What does she say to stuff like that if you ask her?
She goes, she doesn't know. She goes, wine. Wine gets me through.
And it's also, you don't have the choice.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
The realistic thing is she has another child she has to live for. She has to pull her shit together
she
and
says
get through
that.
it.
She says that's probably the thing, like, is live that, like, obviously, got her through. And, as you said, like, everyone grieves in their own ways. You got to feel how you feel. I probably fought it for a bit when I was seeing them because, again, it felt like I had to be the... the strong one of the group. But at the same time, I think I got a lot of it out around the Black Ferns girls because the only other, like, I'm not a heavily emotional person. Yeah, someone's passed away, definitely emotional. Yeah. But when I was with the Black Ferns, I was like emotional all the time. Like, I'm getting up, I'm speaking about the team. I've become the most capped. I'm getting up, I'm crying. Like, all these things for me that I'm never really emotional. So I could really be emotional around.
It's like
that
they
group.
were so strong.
Yes.
So it allowed you to relax.
Yes.
Whereas in your family dynamic, you feel like you're the one that's the leader.
Yeah.
But with the Black Ferns, you're with a sea of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you can actually go,
You're all
this
the
is
tough
my
ones.
moment to not be the big fish. I can actually just be the kid in this scenario.
Yeah.
And so it was probably just so blimmin' comforting for you.
And that's what I was comfy, and that's why I feel like I felt like so well looked after, and I couldn't like thank that team enough for, I guess, supporting me through that. And then I guess there's so many things, like I obviously get home off that, and in the back of my mind too, I'm going, I've got a World Cup in 8 months' time. Like,
Gotta get back out.
I come back off. We have a massive Black Ferns review. Because the
there was a lot going
on. We
jeez.
didn't have it, so there's this big culture and environment review. I'm a leader in the team, had to play a role in that. Again, I'm still in this out-of-body experience, though. Like, as you know,
and in
like,
that
you
first
just don't
year,
know
it's just blur.
I didn't even know who I don't really think about if I even know who I was.
It's probably even only now, really, you're starting to actually process that loss, because that is a traumatic, intense way to lose somebody. And it's just also to lose an 18-year-old like from your family. It's just it's fucked.
Yeah, it is. And then it's weird because then it's like, I don't want to say, I don't know how to say it, but like I didn't draw strength from it to train, but I remember training over that summer and I was like Jordy motivated me. I was like, you got to do this for him. And I wanted to be that positive thing for my family, you know? So I was out there training. I remember him like just almost in my ear, like, get through this rep. I actually overtrained.
It's so
like,
beautiful.
Actually, my body was like, what are you doing? But at the same time, it was beautiful.
Well, it was
like,
an 18-year-old was channeling you.
Yeah,
You
he
were
was
like-
channeling my inner, like, I was training hard. Like, I just remember that, like him, like, drawing strength from that and just training really hard over that summer, knowing we had a World Cup in 8 months' time. And then, believe it or not, won the World Cup on his anniversary.
Mate.
So
Wow.
yeah, so 2022.
That just gives me like tingles.
13th
That's so
of November.
cool.
Again, like the team had a lot that 12 months from even when Jordy passed to the World Cup with, you know, two of the players lost their mothers within the team. And I just remember that game against France. I don't know if you recall, Sam, I don't know how much footy you've watched, but there was
Big fan over there.
Sorry, I love the Warriors a lot, okay? But I'll try and be better.
semi-final, and there was the French chick was taking the kick at goal, and it's a kick that she would never miss, right? So if she kicked this over, she would have won, and we would have been kicked out of the final. And I just remember like looking, and I was looking at the post, and I was like, "Come on, Jordy, like this is your time to shine."
Please, boy.
And then this ball just gets like, it just misses the post, and then because at the same time my mind goes, my career, like it's not meant to finish this way. And then all of a sudden it missed, and anyway, like the game finished, Karen, we won. And then I remember saying to Pip and Gossie, I reckon all our, you know, your mums and Jordy helped us there, and
Bit of a committee meeting.
and then Gossie was like, I was saying the same thing. I was like, come on, mum, like this is your chance, you know. So it was like
God was
bizarre.
up there. He's like, "Well, I've got 3 of them that really want this. Anyone else?
Anyone
No,
else?
no one's asking over here."
Yep.
So then to go into that final that following week and to win that, and I just remember
So
the biggest
special.
hug from my sister, and I was like, "Fuck, we did it!" Like,
Far out. What a freaking weird way to spend a first anniversary.
I know.
Man, for
But
your
beautiful.
family. Yeah.
Yeah, and like we were like, fuck, my family's my rock in terms of that rugby. Like they come to most games and stuff. So
they're right
that was
up in it.
Yeah, they're right up in it. So it was kind of one of those things.
Their
that
win
was-
too.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just like, holy shit. There was something over Eden Park that whole World Cup, but especially that final and semi-final for sure.
Yeah. That was a hell of a game.
Yeah. So thanks, Jordy. We'll take that one. I
Yeah.
get to finish on a
Bless
high.
him.
Man, thanks for sharing about Jordy. That was really nice to hear.
No,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
appreciate being able to talk about it.
Man, so like apart from everything that you went through with Jordy and having to keep it all together for that, just generally being a woman in sport, female athlete, and the pressure that you must feel for having to keep it all together. What is that like?
We talk a lot, I get, within the Black Ferns and the Black Jersey or teams in Black and New Zealand rugby, like how pressure's a privilege. Like not everyone actually gets to experience the pressure that you do as an athlete. And
That's a
high
cool way of
athlete.
looking
So
at it.
true,
So-
because there's a lot of people that would love to be in those teams and
Yeah.
never make it.
Yeah, and you never get that opportunity. And like I thrive on pressure. Like not people don't, and I completely understand that. I'm wired very differently. Hit me, goal kick, last minute, bring it on. Like love that stuff. And the more I watch these days, and this obviously next generation, there's obviously a lot of anxiety and that coming through. And I struggle to be like just do it, like just try.
What
like,
do you mean? Just
Embrace
do it.
embrace it, but also know that it's not that easy.
Yeah.
Like that World Cup was really special for New Zealand, and as I've said a lot, like I've reflected probably more so the last couple of years off the back of it, and just I don't really realise how much we inspired the nation that year.
cool.
In terms not just rugby, but women in sport. And I'm obviously a massive advocate for it. Always wanted to be, world leading within that space. Love being the fact that we're role models now, and the girls coming through are all role models for not just young girls but young boys. And that's one thing I remember after that, and I say this to a few people, after that World Cup final, coming back to Christchurch, getting back into my job, going over to Machino because that's where everyone hangs out across from Rugby Park, and these 3 boys were on their bikes and they were like zooming past, and they did like a skid, and they were like, and they were like, oh my god, are you Kendra Cocksedge? Like, oh my god, you're amazing, you're my favourite player, because of your autograph. And to me that was a moment was like,
Yes.
oh my god,
Yep.
young boys are now accepting women's rugby and they're watching it. And so
And enough to actually want to like let people be like aware
do a
that they
skid
know
on your
you.
bike and just about fall off your bike outside Machino to get an autograph, you know? And I was like,
cool.
that was the moment that I was like, oh my God, we've done something really special here. And I've always obviously like I always pushed, you know, for the young girls and stuff, but I can't forget about our young boys. We need, you know, even at the old age, I call them ambassadors, but we need our boys coming through to accept girls playing sport and watch it and be a real advocate for
Well, we
for
can't
it.
do it without them.
No,
we
we can't.
actually need the men
Well,
to
there's
buy
like
into these
50-50
things.
in the world, so we've got to work that out somehow. But so that was really special, and as I said, like it comes with a lot. But absolutely loved my career, and it had its ups and downs in terms of the female sport and kind of experience amateur to professionalism. Just to be able to experience that and change the game.
Was that just like
special.
so wild when you guys became like even semi-professional? Were you just like freaking stoked?
Yeah, I remember like when I first started playing in like our resource and our management, we had like two coaches, a manager, a physio, and then we'd just call on a doctor. Like if we're overseas, we'd just call on this random doctor to come and deal with women's problems. You can imagine.
Hello,
what it was like.
Roberto.
Don't know who you are, but can you sort me out? And then now I think there's 24 management or something. So, you know, the resource has changed so much in terms of support. I remember we used to there was a stage in there we got like $50 a day. When you're away, which
You
know you got rent to pay, mortgages to pay, people have got families, really tricky time.
Yeah.
And then now to think that the girls are full time and you can actually be a full-time rugby player, and the fact that I got to be part of paving the way for that, like I'm super proud. I think people can have a chip on their shoulder going, oh, you get all this these days, but I'm more like, how good is that? Like you
how
get
it should be.
you know, you get a free trip down to the Sounds on a helicopter, you know, because you know partners and that want to fly them around and use them, and I'm like, this is absolutely fantastic. But hey, we've still got work to do.
Yes.
I tell you that we've still got work to do.
And also, why shouldn't they get a trip down there? Because you know what, the commercial entities will only be doing it because it's something in it for them too.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, exactly.
You're not just getting a free trip.
Yeah, exactly. So,
No such thing as a free dinner.
so yeah, it's changed a lot. But yeah, I just super proud of being part of paving that. And,
Oh, yeah, you should be.
And I'm just and the more like I'm working in it now, and I get to talk to these young girls coming through, and I'm like, oh my God, like you can literally get paid to fly around the world, get free kit, like obviously, and be like
Work
performing
really
and
hard, train, be a good teammate, all that shit too.
Free gear.
Just a
But
free
you
gift.
could fly and get free stuff. Now we know why she stuck around. Eh? 3 World Cups.
3 World Cups kit.
much free stuff
That's why
did
my
you
little
get?
wee rover market outside my house selling all my Black Ferns.
Oh my gosh.
Nah.
I was reading your farewell message, and there's something I really liked that you said. You reflected about running the wrong way, passing forward as a kid, being told that you couldn't play with the boys, but persevering. And I guess that's the theme of what I'm noticing with everything with you, is that the key to your life is just keep going, persevere, keep going, keep going.
Resilience and perseverance. And I'm out to prove you wrong. You
Yes.
tell me something, and these days, you saying something to me, or say I can't do something, I'll go out to prove you wrong.
Okay.
I believe it.
And I say that with that's coming from my belly, like I feel that because I'm
Yes.
just so that's just me to a T. Like I'm 4 years old playing rugby with the boys, running the wrong way. Don't care. Love that out there. I get to a point where I can't play for my age group because the coach's son is in the team. He gets chosen over me, so they try to tell me I couldn't play, and I was like, screw you. I played down a grade. I was like, I'll make this work. Dispensate me. Let's go.
Yeah.
And like there's things throughout my career that I'm just like, I've been told, and I'm like even off the back of 2021, I didn't have we had COVID. We all didn't probably have the greatest performance, but me as an individual, from I guess the career that I've had, I didn't go really well at all. And you start reading social media, and the coaches there was a chat that I might not even make 2022 World Cup.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing that, and I was like, whatever, I'll prove you wrong.
Yeah, watch this
And
space.
that's
Please.
where that motivation come to train, and obviously with Jordy and stuff, I was like, I'm gonna prove you wrong. And
Yeah.
I
and then-
remember even the fire in your belly when Matatu first came about, and you had COVID, right? You
Yes,
weren't
oh
the
God.
first number 9
God, that was
or
hard.
our women's
Literally
Super Rugby team.
Matatu number 28 because I missed because I had COVID. It was because what was it when you first got COVID? How long did you have to isolate
Oh,
for?
I
10
can't
days at
remember.
least it was,
Yeah.
eh?
So we had I had two other Matatu girls living with me. One of the girls got COVID, so then you're a housemate, so you
Yeah.
couldn't. So I got, I think, the first 7 or 10 days. And then down the track again, there was another the other person got another 10 days, and then I got it. And I remember ringing Whit, who was like part of the coaching group at the time, and I was like, you know how if I killed someone, I'd give you a call. I was like, I haven't killed anyone, but I've got COVID and I really want to play.
She's like, get out.
I'm like, am I being really selfish here, like wanting to? Because I had no symptoms. I just tested positive. I actually felt like COVID gave me strength.
Am I being selfish bringing a potentially deadly disease to a team environment?
Yes.
Am I?
Very selfish, so I decided not to, so I had to wait.
Thought better of it.
Yeah,
But you have to now live with being Master number 28.
Number 28, and I feel like they just started me and played me because it was like they knew it was my last year of playing, and they were just like,
Did you a solid?
yeah, and we also lost that game, so.
Oh, gal.
But I'll take that. I'm a Mutter 2 alumni.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be a
I'm part
mate.
of
You're
it.
there.
My
But I
one
just know
game.
for you how filthy you would have been to have not been the first
Yeah, not
number
quite
9.
a founding
Yeah.
father.
Yeah, exactly. So way to bring it up.
Yeah, no. So anyway, I just thought we'd bring up some low points.
But yeah, it's that was tough. But I just remember watching them on TV, and I was just like, oh my god! And that's something I was still training because I had no symptoms, and I was fine. And that's why I was like, Whitney, I'm ready to go. Like,
Yeah.
let's just pretend I don't have it, and just give it to every other person in the bubble that we were in Taupo.
Yeah.
So
Cool
yeah.
idea, Ken.
Yeah, really cool idea. Not so cool. I was literally on the phone, I reckon, to Whitney for an hour to be like talking,
Trying to convince her.
trying to convince her.
And her mum is a nurse. She would have been like,
Yeah.
She's like, this is not worth my job, Kenj.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, smart decision. But I'm very, very I'm highly motivated. I'm highly competitive, and obviously built a lot of resilience. Farm girl, probably there's a little bit around being from a farm and building that, but like at the same time, like what rugby's given me, like for a female, body image, confidence, like, and that's why I stress with younger players, and people worry, mums worry and dads worry about their daughters playing, but I'm just like, there's so much more than getting tackled that the game gives you.
Yeah.
And it's like, it really does, like I've learnt so much through rugby. It's given me so much confidence.
it's more than
leadership,
just 80 minutes on the
teammates,
field.
100%. Like that's almost like a small part of it. If you think like that's how I see it. Right? It's more than just a game.
I think people can, who aren't in sport, underestimate what it can do.
Yeah.
Like they see it as just sport and just a game, but it's not. Sport creates a community. I myself, growing up, played softball. That was very pivotal to me growing up. My dad was a league coach.
Yeah.
That was a massive part of our family. And when bad things happen in your life, like with your nephew and like with Sam, those communities rise up and they
100%.
support you, and they are so valuable.
I will be forcing my kids, if I have the chance to have kids,
Yeah.
to play sport.
Yes.
Or do something. Like
Pick
probably
something.
sport, pick something. I don't care if it's like, I don't know, table tennis, whatever, ping pong, whatever. Happy for them, obviously, to play anything, because it's honestly, sport is incredible for what it does for people.
100%.
Yeah.
We're going to go for a bit of a change of pace now. And because I have heard rumours that you are a gal who loves to get stuck into the internet, into the algorithms. No, Sarah will say to me, she will be like to me, oh my God, Kenj has gone down a rabbit hole again.
I do go
And
down
she has
a
sent
rabbit
me
hole.
some sort of 5-point series of all this information about, I don't
You
know,
love a
let's
deep
say,
dive.
I don't know what it was. Was it the submarine was one
Yeah.
of them, wasn't it?
Oh,
Submarine.
yes, but who didn't go down a deep? This is the thing. Like I'm someone who I like to live my life fast and busy.
Yes.
So don't ask me when, like, she says I go for a deep dive and love the internet. When the heck do I have time? So I don't think I do. I don't do it for probably, I'm not on TikTok and that for like a week, and then I jump on it and I'm deep.
Yeah,
But
right.
honestly, I reckon when I say deep, like no longer than like a half an hour.
No, and
Like,
it's
I'm not
also
someone to
just that
be
you're
heavily
deep
on it.
on one subject.
Yeah,
I think.
I think that's the issue.
that's what we're
That's
saying.
the issue, and
Yeah.
it's all in the algorithms, and then it's like,
Yeah.
because then it was Kate when Kate got
Yeah,
cancer.
we were
and
convinced
we
that
were
Kate
con-
had died.
We were convinced that Kate.
Kate Middleton,
Kate
R.I.P.
Middleton, the
Nah.
princess. You thought that she had died.
Yeah.
Well, we were sending each other all these proof points.
Yeah, there was a
Of her
lot.
not
Like,
being
What other
alive.
conspiracies have you been sucked
listeners,
into?
do not believe everything you see on social media.
Yeah.
That is my tip.
Yeah. Heard it here first, people.
Heard it here first, guys. Do not.
What do you love in the algorithm? I love like before and after type stuff. So like when that guy goes, me and Sarah both love it actually. The guy SB mowing and he goes around and mows
Yeah.
people's lawns that
Oh,
have gotten out of
yes.
control.
Yeah, but
It's
he
so
got arrested.
beautiful.
He got arrested.
Way!
Oh, maybe it's a different guy, but someone got arrested because it was deemed like trespassing, even though he was talking to the people. It might not have been that one. There's another one, but
I hope you turned it into a good news story.
yeah, mine's a food. Love food. Love cooking. Man with a pot.
Man with a pot.
Yeah.
I don't know
Just
that
the one?
Yeah, that one. I just
Does he
and
just
because the way it does.
Is it
you
one
need to-
pot meals or something?
No, he's in nature. And he's
Oh.
like washing it's in the river and he's washing the chopping board and he's
It'll come up
throwing
on all our
throwing up
phones
an
now.
onion and cutting it and it's like the way it is like you
Aesthetically pleasing.
It's
This is sounding
amazing.
familiar, and I think it might be because you've sent it to me
Yeah,
before.
and it's now in your algorithms, guys, because it's listening.
Are
to
you a
us.
good cook?
Love cooking.
Okay, what would be like your go-to meal if you were going to have a dinner or something you wanted to impress people?
Probably a roast lamb.
Yum.
I mean, I love all foods and I love to cook everything. But Thai green curry, roast lamb,
Yum.
steak in a salad with some nice like potatoes, and like I just like there's nothing special about what I do, but what I do is I'll make it really nice and flavoursome and have a good salad.
All right, right yourself.
So
She's like, oh, you know, you
What I
might cook
do,
a
I
steak
do
zero,
well.
but when I do it, it's actually really
It's
good.
got love
and
in
it
it.
has flavour.
But you
made
are
with
a
love.
My Food Bag queen, eh?
Yes,
you
I
love
do.
a food box.
That's the thing too. Like I do my food bag because I don't have to think.
Yeah.
and because I said I like to live my. I don't like the word
And that's
busy.
pressure,
I
isn't
don't-
it?
Yeah.
Cooking pressure.
Just got a lot on.
I just don't like. I don't like
Do
saying
you
the
play a
word
Gordon
busy, though,
Ramsay
'cause I'm
soundtrack
like-
in the background? He's like, you idiot.
No, it's Céline Dion actually. It keeps me calm.
Oh, is she your number one
Oh,
gal?
yes. I'm surprised it hasn't been brought up yet.
Sarah did mention to me before the podcast.
I was like,
but
here's
gal,
like 5
she
things you need to
loves
know
Céline
about her.
Dion.
Love.
What would be
Céline
your
Dion.
go-to song?
It's all coming back.
Yes, I knew you were going to say
Yeah,
so good.
and then it's just like the slamming of the door, pretend to slam a door. Any celebrations with Black Ferns, Canterbury, like I remember all the celebrations at number 4 after Farapama Cup, I'm up on a chair, just about got kicked out because I'm just singing Céline Dion and they're telling me to get down. I'm like, let me finish my song with my 2 bottles of Moët.
How good.
Oh my God,
Nah.
it's so good.
So yeah, absolutely love Céline. But yeah, love cooking. But I'm on my food bag because I don't have to think, and I just love to just whip it up, and it's all nutritious. So thanks, Nadia Lim.
Cheers,
if
Nadia.
you're listening.
Are you sponsored?
I think she probably is
I need to
listening.
be after this, don't I? That's what I'm
I would
saying.
love her to listen.
Yeah, hard out.
Cricket versus rugby. So I read that you could have done either. You obviously did rugby. That's how we know you. But
Yeah.
you could have done the same in cricket. Be honest, was cricket too long?
It's like you read my mind. That's how I decided. So
it?
yeah, so
I
literally.
was genuinely, when
As
I read it, I was
simple
like,
as that.
I bet you she was like, fuck that. Cricket's way too long.
Well, you know, I'm a halfback. I'm like almost
Yeah.
ADHD. Like
Yeah.
I like to live in the fast lane.
Also,
so,
I feel like cricket, not enough yelling for you.
well, I guess if you're a wicket
Catch,
keeper, you
hurry
can
up.
sledge. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I don't really say a lot when I was playing cricket.
Because Sarah was
Oh my
explaining,
gosh.
Quiet sport.
explaining to me what you were like as a rugby player the other day, like that you're really, you're out there, you're directing people, you're
mouthing.
mouthing and all
Yelling
this
at
stuff.
people.
It's
I like to say directing rather than yelling at my
I said to her, I was
team.
like, oh, she must have been an amazing captain. She goes, no, she wasn't the captain. I was like, what was she fucking
She's acted like it.
Yeah. She's like, honestly though, you listen to a game back and it's just Kenj yelling all over the show, telling everyone where to
Did
go.
we
what
win
to
though?
do. Hard out, they did.
But you're spot on. 2007, Lincoln University, got a cricket scholarship. Flew down here from Taranaki. Played rugby when I wasn't meant to be because I was on a cricket scholarship. But again, no one can tell me
You're
what to
cheating
do.
on cricket.
No.
Who cheats on cricket?
Everyone, I think.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, actually.
No, but
I was actually in the cricket first 11 at high school growing up.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah.
Did you
gal.
bat or bowl or pick daisies?
Well, there were only 9 of us, so they took everyone.
First 11 and then 9.
They took all of us.
You must have been really good if you only played with 9 players.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying we won much, but...
Nice. Oh, I didn't know that about
Yeah.
you.
Did you ever turn at bowling?
Oh, nah, I really liked batting.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
everyone
you
likes
would.
the bat.
That's the best
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So that's how I chose because I was like, rugby is 80 minutes, cricket is 6 hours. 3 batting, 3 bowling. Might not get a bowl, might not get a bat.
Nah.
Fair.
And your little legs, you have
Yeah.
to run so quick.
Yeah. And just 15, I played the
God.
women's Central District Hinds at 15 and I was like, it was almost like I'd been playing for years. Even
you'd
though I was
already
like
made
3
it.
years later.
I had a question down here as what's your go-to banger song, but I feel like we've covered that with Céline Dion's It's All Coming Back to Me Now.
People never understood though. Like, they were like Céline Dion. I was like, it's a power ballad.
It is
like,
such a good
I play it
song.
in the morning when I'm packing. I don't play it just before I'm about to play. Like, it's more of a morning, like getting pumped up while I'm packing my
It's
bag,
like
and
a big ballad to
100%.
belt.
Exactly, and I can't sing. Do not care. All my roommates in there, like I've got some epic videos of like I reckon I turned everyone to Céline Dion fans by the end of my career and they all know that
They kind
I
of
love
became
it.
immune to it.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, yeah, she got Kendra. It's like the Razor Ray
Have you
dance.
seen it
it's
before?
like the Kendra's getting Céline Dion.
Oh, yeah.
No, haven't.
Oh, you didn't get to go to the Vegas
No.
residency or anything?
Didn't get to go to the Olympics and so.
Oh.
No, I'm really sad about that.
I was actually telling Sam before you came. I was like, and by the way, she's not an Olympian because one time I wished her a happy Olympian day and then she told me and it was very
Got
embarrassing.
dropped before.
I just assumed you'd done it all, girl.
She does have an Order of Merit.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
The Order of Merit.
Yeah, do they ring you and just be like, hey, you're getting it? Or did you have to apply?
An email, and I thought it was spam.
Did
Thought it was
you?
spam. I was like,
Was
what
it
is
from the
this?
Governor General
Um,
or the office of?
Yo,
off-
it's
office off.
Dame Jacinda Ardern here. I got a prize
no,
for you.
it was Dame
Reply
Patsy.
within
Dame
5 days.
Patsy Reddy.
Dame Patsy Reed,
Yeah.
that's
Oh my
right.
Yeah, and I remember, and I got it, and they sent me information, so I got this letter in the mail, and then I was like,
Must
okay.
be true.
And it was like, I think it was about September, and then I was like, I'm not going to tell my family. And then I took the letter home and passed it around on Christmas Day.
Oh, were they so?
Yeah, they were stoked. There's a few tears. I was like, I'm not sure what this means, but
Can someone
Guys,
read this for me?
we're going to government house.
How good.
We're going to Bucky. Oh, no, government
Did you
house.
did you get enough like passes? Because you've got a big family.
Yeah, and I got family and friends as well. Not everyone.
You've got
could
family
come.
and friends.
Yeah, I got some friends.
You got both.
Yeah.
so
Have you not
good.
got both? So,
Did you know Kenj is actually a twin?
Are you?
yeah.
I did not know that.
We've got so much to unpack on this podcast.
Oh, we have to do a second episode at some point. Where's
Oh,
your
gosh.
twin? Where'd you put them? What'd they do with their lives?
Yeah, she's happily married with 3 kids.
Wow.
And she's
Busy.
a teacher, school teacher as well.
Nice.
Okay, so if Celine's your banger, if you need to have a cry, what's your go-to?
Celine? Nah, jokes.
My heart will go on.
Probably a bit of Whitney. I don't know. I love Cher. I love Whitney.
So you like divas?
I love power
Powerhouses.
ballads. I
Yeah.
love power ballads. And then
Aretha?
yes,
Josh.
Aretha's another one. Shania.
I just like
Shania.
Adele.
Oh, she's so good.
I thought you guys were both Swifties. I was like,
Yeah,
we
but-
talk about Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Well, she does the ultimate ballad,
There's
right?
no need to. Don't.
too well, the
Simon
10-minute
Barner
version.
always said to me, "Don't yuck someone else's yum."
Oh yeah, sorry, I won't yuck a gum. That's a good one.
Okay. What I really want to know: who is the most famous person you've met? When and where? Who was it? To you, it doesn't have to be to everyone else, but to you, who was the most famous person?
Jason Momoa.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I've met Jason Momoa.
What was he like?
Lovely.
Oh, he just seem like the nicest
and
guy ever.
hot.
Didn't you meet him in the street?
I
He
mean,
was lovely and hot.
he was actually over. He was filming, but he was because he does his vodka. and
Yes.
He was at a restaurant outside the Sky City Grand, and yeah, I just remember walking out, and I was lucky enough to know the security, his security, because met they were at World Cup, at the Rugby World Cup, and then they're like, hey, Kendra, hey, I was like, oh, do you mind if I? And he's like, yeah. He's like, Jason, this is Kendra. She used to play for the New Zealand women's rugby team. Da, da, da. And then
How
And then he
good.
would have been like, how
Yeah.
cool, because he
Yeah.
loves New Zealand
yeah,
and
he
like
loves
rugby and stuff.
Yeah. So then
Were you like,
yeah.
put me on your Instagram,
Yeah,
Jason?
give me some followers. Nah.
Yeah.
Do you
but
want a date?
Yeah.
Who do you reckon's the most famous number that you've got then?
And my phone.
Mm.
You must have some fun numbers.
Yeah, I've got Richie's, Dan
Casual.
Carter, Richie.
I love it how she doesn't say their last name at the start.
Sir-
Richie's and Dan's.
Sir
Sorry,
Graham,
Richie, who?
Does Sir
Dan
Graham
who?
Henry fit in there?
Yeah, that's pretty epic.
He called me when I made the Black Ferns squad.
Oh,
actually.
nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
cute.
I'm trying to think. Oh, I can't forget I've got
Are
Portia
they all
Woodman.
rugby
I've got
related?
Portia Woodman Wycliffe, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
far out.
cool.
Sarah Hiddeny.
Yeah.
They are the people that you want to
Yeah.
Yeah, see you,
Absolutely.
Richie.
Not Lana Seal, though. Don't have Lana Seal Cocksedge. Just
Shout out to
Instagram.
her.
As soon as she hears this, she's going to message me. I'm listening now, Samantha. I heard that.
Have you met Alona Ma?
Yes.
What was she like?
Yeah, what you see is pretty much what you get.
Oh, that's great.
You can't get her on your podcast.
Yes,
Fire over.
Well, maybe you could ask her.
No, she's pretty much, she is what you get. Like, it's honestly what she's done for the game, is so incredible. Like, she's just taken it to a whole nother level. And like, she was on the Drew Barrymore show.
I know. Me and Sarah talk
Like,
about her a lot.
With models in America.
Yeah.
I'm like, hello?
Yeah.
Nah, not my scene.
Unavailable.
But I love it. Like, she's on the cover of Sports Illustrated and she has these broad shoulders
Yeah.
and she is a fit tank and she looks so sexy as well.
Yeah,
and I love that she's doing
She's
it.
nailed
so
that.
Cool.
She's nailed that piece and around the body image and that, and just
Yeah.
being comfortable in who, like, your body.
Because that's
and
so
rugby play.
untapped.
Yeah.
That female athlete body has
Yeah.
not really ever been talked about
Yeah.
in that way like she's been doing it, I think.
Yeah.
In our mainstream sort of social media.
Yeah, no, I caught up with her during the World Cup. I went to the USA jerseys presentation, and yeah, she had a camera crew following her, and it was, oh my god, I should.
Did she
know.
ask
I
for an
think-
interview with you?
No, we were just yarning, and then camera over the head, mic over the head camera, and I was like, I just want to have a chat with Alone. I'm like, but then I couldn't
But
be
you
myself.
would be a feature for her to have because of your being the goat pretty much.
But it was at the same time really awkward because I just wanted to have a chat to her. Like, what? But I think about being in that environment though, and it's like everything you're doing is just a camera in your face.
Oh, it's every time I try to catch up with my mate Chris Jenner, it's the same thing. Cameras everywhere. I'm like, Chris
Jenner
I
or
just
Chris
want to chat. Yeah, more likely Chris Lynch.
Man.
Sorry, Chris Lynch, you're a great guy.
And I think you even said like her and her sisters, and they were just doing TikToks the whole time too.
They were just doing TikToks, and because like her sisters, because they have the House of Mia in terms of their podcast, but they like do her content and stuff for her, so they're leveraging off.
That is making
now they've
hay.
become a three. They're doing a great job. Like I highly respect what she's done for the game, and she's put us on the world stage. She's got the most following, I think, out of all all athletes.
more than teams.
Yeah,
She does it so well.
Yeah, so she's nailed that, and just highly like anything that puts out rugby.
Yeah.
Rugby or woman.
The reel she did with Portia was so good.
Yeah.
Like, I loved that. And it was so cool seeing like our people being put up on her stuff as well because she just has such a massive platform. So it was really cool.
And I
being
think
like,
she
yes.
did with Louis Davey. Louis
that's right,
Kinner, like eating Kinner and stuff.
What is out of all the New Zealand influencers all being friends?
It's really
We're
nice.
very
isn't it?
small country.
We are. And they all hang out, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they all know each other.
Yeah. Good leverage of each other too. Use each other to.
Yeah,
go get it.
definitely.
We've got some really cool ones actually.
Agreed. Like you, eh?
I have no influence. I'm terrible.
Nah,
Go
you're
check
all
when I
good.
last posted, probably 20 days ago. So.
I'm
Probably
like
that reel I
too.
made you like 2 months ago.
Probably from the Black Ferns.
the breakfast.
The breakfast that Sarah made my reel for.
Yeah, that was cool. Oh, well, we just want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast with us. It's been so much fun. It's been great to get to know you just outside of a bio. You know, like you see these
What did you
bios of
think?
these players.
Can I throw that question back?
Yeah. What do you think, like, now
outside
that
of
I know you?
Yeah, outside the
I think
bio?
you're a good bitch.
Oh, okay. I'll take
Yeah.
it.
I probably shouldn't have said bitch, but I think that was a term of endearment.
Sometimes if I've been round here and we're having a couple of drinks on the deck on a Friday night or whatever, you and I have been messaging Kenj and we'll often voice note. Well, you know, we've got the little pods
It's called
going.
mini pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get the mini pods going, and I'll play it out loud because I'm right here. And she cracked.
Yeah,
like,
I just
she's
find it
just
so
like,
funny.
I'm
Oh, no,
enjoying this.
who
bitch.
knows what I would have said?
I just love banter and I
Yeah.
love just getting stuck in and passionate about things. And I think I love having fun because what else are we going to do, guys? It's
Yeah.
a shit show out there.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So thank you so much for giving us your time.
Yeah.
And thank you, Sarah, for bringing her in to share with us all.
Sis.
I hope you guys love this episode. Please let us know what you think. And go follow Kenj on Instagram. She's not an influencer, but she might post something once a month.
She's got so many followers. Maybe they could come follow us.
Actually, yeah, Kenj, that
Yeah,
would be
I'll
nice.
plug it. I don't have many.
Nah, but honestly,
Not like Alona Ma.
yeah. Thank you so much, though, because it honestly means a lot. Like, we're just out here having fun and doing our pod, and to have you on is just like, honestly,
as.
so cool. So thank you so much, gal.
No, thanks for having me, and it's a real cool opportunity just to come and chat all things. So yeah, thanks for having me.
We'll have you back, don't
You're
you
welcome
worry.
back. Cha hui.